Alright guys, in today's video we're gonna take a look at some really promising upcoming tactical FPS or TPS shooter games, and God knows how many they are lately, with the huge rise of the genre, thanks to games like Escape from Tarkov, Rainbow Six Siege and so on. Let's get right into it with the first game, 06 Behind Enemy Lines. This one has just been revealed and wants to be a SOCOM spiritual successor. For those that don't know, SOCOM is the classic tactical army experience and was super fun at the time, on PlayStation 2 for example, which was its prime time. 06 is mainly a third-person tactical shooter. It combines the tactical elements from a third-person perspective with the action-packed shooting mechanics of an FPS game. It said the player will experience a dark and gritty story campaign that revolves around a Spec Ops unit which is based on the Navy SEAL Team 6 from real life. Besides the single-player campaign, the developers are including a fierce and fun competitive multiplayer for tactical players, as is said. Various tactical and team-oriented game modes will be included in this one. The developers are saying 06 is built in the Unreal 4 engine, and the website includes several pieces of art. Some are clearly renders and concept art, but at least two looks like to be pretty realistic in-game screenshots. 06 will also feature dynamic time of day and a detailed destructible environment as well. Its reveal trailer will come soon enough, and when it comes, count me in to cover it on the channel. Next up we have Boundary. Now this one is one of my most awaited of the year, just because of where it's taking place. We're talking about a tactical FPS online game in space. We don't see that every day. This project, set to release sometimes in 2020, puts player in the role of a heavily armed astronaut in space, engaging in fierce zero-gravity firefights and executing low-gravity operations on orbiting space installations against enemy astronauts and other entities. Boundary is setting its sights on delivering a fast and agile shooter geared around player customization. It aims to provide a tailor-made approach to loadouts, spacesuits, and tactical space warfare. It said the weapons will range from machine pistols to converted assault rifles and more powerful sniper rifles, all of which utilize a modular upgrade system to mix and match at the player's preference. It's also the same with sights, barrels, and such. There's gonna be plenty of unique game modes to play in, like Facility Capture and Orbital Purge, and all of these in unique maps ranging from space stations to the stars. Definitely keep a lookout for this one game, it looks perfect in my opinion. Next up we have Plan 8. Plan 8 is a tactical exosuit shooter that combines open world MMO elements with action-packed gameplay and realistic graphics expected of the shooter genre, and built on the Pearl Abyss brand new and beautiful engine. The exosuit is a robotic gear that the player will wear in-game, which gives them superhuman abilities. In-game gears are the key feature that opens up gameplay experiences never before seen in other games of the genre. It said the exosuits will grant wearers extraordinary strength and special abilities, and when a player meets another online player, they can counter each other depending on their compatibility, which allows for complex strategic gameplay through advantages and disadvantages among the many different exosuits. For example, one exosuit with enhanced arms will help them climb up and down walls, while one with enhanced legs will help them jump over high walls and buildings, and some even fly. Plan 8 is developed by a person named Min, who's well known for being the co-creator of the Counter-Strike series, and he wants to bring his expertise in the shooter genre with this new game. It looks really promising. Next up we have 9 to 5. Not much is known about this one, but what we definitely know is they've tricked literally everyone by making us think it's a random shooter with bunnies at the beginning of its trailer, until it finally ends.
What the fuck?
9 to 5 is a tactical first-person shooter where smart teamwork triumphs over brute force and reflexes. In the game's near-future world, it's the corporations that rule, and being a mercenary for them is just another job. It said the game will have 3 teams of 3 players compete against each other over 3 intense rounds. Each round's outcome influences how the next one starts. So if you want to complete the ever-changing objective the corporation set you, you'll need to constantly adapt your approach. It puts a huge emphasis on outsmarting rather than outgunning. Next up we have Project A. Project A is the first tactical FPS game by Riot Games, the famous creators of League of Legends. It is a precise tactical shooter with a lethal cast of characters set on a near-future Earth and inspired by Counter-Strike and also games like Overwatch. In Project A, abilities create unique opportunities for your gunplay to shine. There are many things about Project A that remain unclear, such as its game modes or the number of players in each team. With League of Legends lore going very deep, Riot Games will likely also craft story elements for Project A, which for now remain hidden.
We're keeping the fundamentals that make this genre so competitive, but also bringing some new additions.
Next up we have Ready or Not. If you haven't heard about this one yet, well I hope you're ready. It's definitely one of the most awaited single and multiplayer tactical FPS of the year, and its beta is set to release in June 2020. Ready or Not is aiming to be a true-to-form SWAT game that has players approaching intense crime scenarios. Though the game takes place in a somewhat exaggerated USA, Void Interactive has been working with real-life law enforcement across the globe in order to keep realism first. One of Ready or Not's key single-player features is the ability to control the entire team from start to finish. Part of this focus on allowing players to tackle situations in unique ways also includes intelligent customization, meaning players will be able to choose what weapons, attachments, gears, and tools they will take into operation beforehand in the SWAT vehicle.
Mirror gun ready. There's a lot of them, and they all have guns.
You can bring order to chaos online with friends through a tactical cooperative experience, lead a crack team of AI-driven SWAT members in a solo, story-rich campaign, or battle a rogue organization in a fierce and competitive multiplayer environment. Definitely super excited for this one, and stay tuned on the channel as I'm covering everything about Ready or Not. Next up we have Curzon Line. Curzon Line is a tactical, cooperative, open-world, story-driven first-person shooter depicting the events unfolding in the immediate aftermath of nuclear war between the Russian Federation and the United Nations. Assuming the role of a NATO response force operator, you will be deployed into the heart of a conflict zone and cut off from your command center. You will be presented with a rich blend of a quest-driven RPG gameplay, survival horror elements, and military simulator realism in the post-apocalyptic ruins of Poland. Lose yourself in a dark, atmospheric world where survival is a struggle day and night. Everything has gone bad in this land, so be careful of the many predators. Finally, we have Deadside, which has been in the works for a long time now and will release in early 2020. It is a hardcore multiplayer shooter with large open world and wide gameplay possibilities. Deadside gets you into a realistic game environment full of hopelessness and despair. It tries to keep balance between the dynamics of the shooter game and the hardcoreness of survival gameplay. The world of the game does not imply the existence of fantastic elements like zombies or anomalies, concentrating the player's attention on realistic aspects of life on the ruins of the dead civilization. It's a lot like Escape from Tarkov, where it's a massive open world and you can find a lot of bandits and raiders, as well as online players, so you always have to be careful. Though this one will have a building system and players will be able to build things of their own, like a shelter, to survive the night. There's gonna be friendly NPCs, enemy cannibals, hunters, animals, and so much more. It's a big world, and in order to avoid getting lost and to keep the enemy busy, players can use the map to see where in the world armed bandits are raiding, areas being cleared by security forces which remains loyal to the ex-government, or cannibals settling in abandoned villages. Anyone can take part in mass combat. It will not be an event with a limited number of players. Anyone who wishes can go to the mission sector and affect the outcome of the battle. Battles with participation of NPC and players can continue for hours until someone gets the loot, of course. We'll have to see how this goes, but a lot of these tactical games look really promising, and I want you guys to tell me which one looks the best to you in the comments below. Make sure you drop a like for more, and thank you all for watching. Thanks to I Am Legend for being a master member on the channel. You can become a Survivor member for 99 cents only. It'll support me and the channel as a whole. Alright, thanks for watching.